everybody! Welcome back to Simply Amazing. From where I'm sitting, you guys can't see it, but Lauren is sitting in her fabulous room to be that is currently being renovated, looking
I mean, it's done.
gorgeous.
I just got to put my Nightcrawler shit up. It's done.
Listen, it's not
It's
done until your
just,
Nightcrawler shuts up, girl.
I mean, true, but like it. See that has stuff on it. The view you're seeing is not a good view of my room, but it's a great view of
Well,
me.
there you go. That's all that matters. That's all we need to say. Well, of course, guys, welcome back to Simply Amazing, the weekly Nightcrawler podcast. I'm going to go ahead and say it. We are the best Nightcrawler podcast in the
Yes.
world. 100%.
Yeah.
There's no one better. There's no one better. I dare you guys to find someone better. I dare you to find someone better. Like,
I mean, seriously, if you find them, let us know who they are
so we can beat them
because
up.
we'll well, talk with them. I mean, we could collab with them. Listen, if you do a little Nightcrawler pod and we don't know about it, we want to know. But also, we have yet to be proven wrong. Like, we are the Nightcrawler pod. Like,
We are the Nightcrawler pod. And all I'm thinking about is, like, Lauren being like, we just want to talk. And I'm like, I'm going to fuck you up. So
no, see, I'll do that too. But the problem is if you're already in the I'm gonna kick your ass stage, well, somebody has to oppose you, like be the opposite, or else it's just gonna be both of us beating somebody up and going to prison being like, but it was for Kurt. And then we're just psychopaths at that point. So
but that's beside the point because we're not here to talk about prisons. How do we even get into the topic of prisons? We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what I believe to be Marvel. Okay, so it could go one of two ways. It could be Marvel very, very carefully foreshadowing, or Marvel trolling, which they've done before. They've done it many times before.
listen, I won't allow it. I will not tolerate it. It
Good.
needs to stop.
It does need to stop. But I believe that Marvel is starting to foreshadow the final official revelation that Destiny and Mystique are his birth parents.
Yes.
Yes, I truly believe that they are starting to foreshadow it, and it has a lot to do with the last two issues of Immortal X-Men that came out, which I might even be an issue behind, but it was, issues 2 and 3? Or not Immortal, no, I'm sorry, Judgment Day. Not Immortal, Judgment Day. And it just felt like everywhere Destiny was, Kurt was.
Yeah.
Like, am I wrong?
What's interesting, is so we had that one X-Men issue recently where Destiny spent time with Rogue and Gambit and stuff. But ever since then, they are very much separating Rogue from the others for some reason. Like visually, like on the page, on covers, you're seeing that, Mystique and Destiny are with Kurt and Rogue's all the way on like the other side of the panel or the cover or page. And it's like, why would you do that? Like, number one, I want them to just put them all together. Like, come on. But number two, you might be onto something in terms of like the Destiny and Mystique and Rogue pass is not, in question. It really never has been. But the Kurt and his parentage thing has always been thrown up in the air, even when it was confirmed, because, we are all like, red guy, no, we don't like, cancel that. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping, knock on wood, you're right, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Yes. So I'm looking at Judgment Day, AXE, whatever, Judgment Day number 2. And there's the scene where these monster things, whatever, Celestials, I don't care, come and start fighting them. And so it's literally a scene with, it has Kurt in the front, Destiny in the back, Destiny and Mystique in the back. Mystique's like shooting something, and Kurt says, that's unfair. And then Destiny says, that is accurate, child. Okay. What would possess her to call him child? Like, that's such a weird, it's a weird thing to call a grown man. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very, like, I can't,
yeah.
I think of, like, in my experience, right? I'm 40. I would not ever consider calling, like, a 20-year-old man child. Like, it's such a weird thing to say to someone who is not your child. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I can kind of see that in character with Destiny calling someone that, in terms of like, it's frustrating because they've been showing lately on like recent books that, Kurt's kind of been characterized as the one that's like blindly good. Like he's like, but can't this just be the answer? Everybody's like, no, you dummy. Like you're so innocent, it's ridiculous. And one, that annoys the hell out of me. But two, if that's the case, and that's the attitude that a lot of people have had, including Destiny, it does make sense to call him that. I, but again, she also doesn't call the others that are a similar age to Kurt. They're just like, I don't hear her calling Kate Pride that. So
Yeah, I could see her calling Rogue that, and but Rogue's her daughter. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so, and then later in the same issue, like you have Kurt holding Destiny and like talking like, "Please deliver us, help us, God," whatever. But it's
Mhm.
again, it just feels so like it feels very like they're setting something up behind the scenes that we're not supposed to necessarily notice, but we can go. You know, it just I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of shoving Destiny and Kurt together, and I'm not against it because I love it and I want it to be the thing. But at the same time, um, yeah, don't tease us, please, Marvel. Please don't tease us. Please let this happen and be real.
Yeah. No, I agree. One thing that is also weird though is that with this Judgment Day event, I know the last issue, the cover of it of Judgment Day has like a Kurt. There's a bunch of people on it, but then you have Kurt, and he kind of is gold. And from what I remember, I might be wrong, but from what I remember, it looks like they have other people that were judged on the cover or something. And Kurt's like in the middle of that cover almost, and so I'm like nervous because it's like Kurt's gonna play a significant role in this, and if that's true, I mean, because covers can lie, that's the thing. But if that's true, then that makes sense why Destiny is latching onto him. And it's almost like Destiny knows his importance, but isn't sharing it yet. Because you know how Destiny is. She gonna know things sometimes, and she's gonna keep it to herself until she feels it's time. Like that's what she does.
What if Kurt is like the linchpin to this judgment? Like, what if it all comes down to him? And I mean, I can't imagine they judge him badly. Like, what has he done
Yeah.
recently? Well, he's. I
I don't
mean,
think I don't think he's been judged yet in this last issue. I might be remembering wrong.
no.
Uh
I did love. Okay, so I did love how like the first person he judged was Captain America, and everybody was like, "Oh fuck."
yeah,
Like,
they're like shit, we're fucked
oh
then.
shit. Oh.
I
Yeah, cuz
liked
it's just like
I liked how with when Destiny was judged. I did you read that issue yet where she got judged and how
yeah,
that
I
unfolded?
actually have that panel open right now because literally he didn't even bother to separate Destiny and Mystique. He's like, "You two bitches, done, judged, fail."
Well, I liked that one too because it showed it showed the vulnerability of Destiny and what that really is in that moment because she was like, "Oh, you can't judge me for like if you want to judge me for this, you fucking go ahead. I don't care." And then he's all like, "Oh no, I'm not judging you for that. Good, but I'm not going to. I'm going to judge you for all these other fucking reasons." Like,
Mhm.
and he really flipped some shit on Destiny's head because of course Destiny is one of those characters that feels justified in everything she does because well, the ends justify the means always of whatever it is, but she's being hella judged for that mentality. Like overall, that's a huge, and I mean, even Emma Frost was judged for a mentality similar to that, just different execution and such. But yeah, the judging stuff is just so interesting because Kieran Gillen has done a good job flipping stuff on its head and not judging everybody the way you would think they would be judged as
Mhm.
characters.
Mhm. Well, the thing is like we don't know anything about this being that's come to judge everybody except that like it's part Tony Stark, which ugh, gross. Uh
Honestly, of course it would be a judgmental ass if it's part Tony
well,
Stark.
that's it.
Like,
And but like we don't know anything like what are its morals? Like like what is it how does it decide who fails and who doesn't fail, you know? But I got to ask. So for I don't know anything about Star Fox except I'm pretty sure Harry Styles is playing him. Is that correct? Is that who this
yes,
is this the same
that's
character?
correct.
Okay. That's why he kind of is drawn to look like Harry Styles because I'm like, okay, I think that's the same guy.
Correct.
So is he just going to make everybody fuck each other?
Well, so I am slowly learning Star Fox a bit because he's becoming more prominent, which is annoying. But basically, from what I understand, Star Fox is. I don't know the name of the power, but Star Fox's power is basically if you're around Star Fox, you basically are enamored in some way. And like I think it was Dr. Papard actually that recently did a thread on like one of the Twitter she works with recently where she examined a storyline involving She-Hulk. It's the second time we're talking about She-Hulk
Mhm.
today. Involving She-Hulk and like Star Fox and sexual, assault case, I believe, and stuff, and delving into that and how Star Fox's powers played into that. So yeah, Star Fox is not, from my understanding, he's not really a like noble or a really good character, it seems like. But again, I might be wrong because these are just my first impressions off the little I know.
I mean, I get legit Loki vibes just from like the 2 panels I saw of him. I'm like, "Oh, this guy's here to fuck shit up. He's not here to help. Like he's here to fuck stuff up." Also, can I just say, like I never in my life did I ever think I'd feel bad for Thanos until this moment to find out that Thanos is a gross, grimace looking motherfucker and his brother is the ladies man by Tim Meadows. Like I can't deal with that. Like talk about being dealt a shit hand.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the hand that Kurt got for his parentage years ago. Shit hand.
That is
So,
true. That is true. Oh my god,
yeah,
Azazel.
I
Ugh.
think I think you really are into something with this hope and the fact that, Marvel is teasing this shit with Destiny and Kurt because I mean, Destiny's become such a prominent character just the last year alone. I mean, it's been built up more than last year, but especially this last year alone, it's kind of huge how important she's becoming, which is I love to see. So, yeah, it
Yeah.
only makes
Oh,
sense because like why not?
yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention before we uh, bug out of this one, the other thing I wanted to mention was so in that one panel where they judge Emma, they judge that deviant guy, and they
Mhm.
judge Irene and Raven. Kurt's in
Uh-huh.
the panel. He's not being judged. He's the only character in the panel who is like you know who this character is. The
Mhm.
others seem to be just random deviant guys or whatever. But yeah, Kurt's
Mhm.
there in the panel very clearly, but he's not being judged, but he's like right there, like just to the left of his parents, which is like again, he's just always there. He's always there. And like for people who have kids, isn't that what your kid is? Always freaking there?
Yeah, no, it's true. I think you're right. I think you're right, Lisa. That's it. Judge Lisa is right today, everyone.
Yeah, I can't find my oh, there it is. All right. Judge Lisa is right. Gavel that one in for the courts.
So
Please
loud.
write it up. Oh, sorry. It's probably not as
No,
loud for me as it is for you because I'm wearing headphones.
I was gonna
So
say no. It's fine. Well, like, cause I just heard the sound. Usually, it's not as loud here, but like, I remember when I visited you, it was like earthquake.
oh yeah, yeah, it's very loud. Well, it's meant to be heard of in like an enormous ballroom, so that's why. Gavel it in. All right, well, everybody, thank you so much for coming by. If you have any thoughts about this, you think that we're right, or you think we're wrong, or for some reason you're an Azazel fan, which is like
Who
ew,
are
but
you?
whatever. Yeah, just let us know what you think. You can find us on our socials at simplyamazingpod.com. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on all the tubes, we're on all the twits, we're on all the twats, the tweets, the whatevers. We're on the grams as well. Yeah. So come find us. Let us know how you if you like the show, great. If you don't, I don't know, tell us anyway. We just love attention. Um, and where can they find you, Lauren?
Well, when I'm not laughing my ass off, you can find me on Twitter at friendlymBHDBI. But you can also probably find me while I'm laughing my ass off there. I don't know what I tweet anymore.
Hey, listen, that's totally fine. Laugh your ass off all you want. You're perfect just the way you are. Listen, these Kim Kardashian butts aren't going to stick around forever. So if you got a flat ass, flaunt it, love it, and know that you are simply amazing.